Well, hello guys, welcome back. This is your least favorite YouTuber, back at it again with some Techopolis 3. Now last episode I left off in a pretty decent state with completing an entire page of our quest, which is dirt, which was pretty easy. And we pretty much completed a significant part of this section, hot stone. Now I actually set up a few things here. Now last episode I left off with 2 cloche. I still don't know how to pronounce this. I set up 2 more, one of cherry blossom because I was using quite a lot in there. I also died once here, if you notice the waypoint there. And I also set up melons because I am running out of food and that's the only food option I have right now. Also, I set up this weird machine thing. This is like an automatic furnace for like smooth stone because we do need a lot of smooth stone from this. And I set up a platform for like mining all the dirt up to make it much more easier for me to get rocks and stuff until we get like a cobblestone generator, which I think should exist, not gonna lie. So what's the plan for this episode? I have a decent plan. Right now need to advance onward, and for that I'll smelt a bit of stone, probably 20 smooth stone. I also set up a lot of coal, so we won't be running out of coal anytime soon, and if we do, we can just smelt some right here from all our cloches which are producing wood. So our next task is to either get a flopper or a upgrade base or a wooden mesh. Right now I'd rather complete the side part over like the main quest. So I think it's better we go with the flopper because we get ambient water collector, which we need water right now. And it's pretty simple. So yes, we have a decent amount of smooth stone. Need 7 and 4 for the wheels. Okay, now we got a flopper, which means we can get our ambient water collector, which I think we are supposed to get water from it. 1 MB per tick, that is awful. Oh, we need 1 more. And a simple machine frame. Oh, let me smelt a bit more stone. We do need a lot of it. Well, finally we got our ambient water collector and it's pretty quick. We are pretty much getting nearly 5 millibuckets every second, which is not bad whatsoever. I think we can easily get water buckets now, but we need to have a bucket for it. So for now, that's pretty useless. Also, you only get 10 buckets, which is a lot. So now our next task is either to get an upgrade base, which is very expensive, or we can go with the wooden mesh to get our strainer, to get clay. We get some furnaces right here, which doesn't seem too bad considering our furnaces are very slow. So I think it's better we move on towards the furnace because we are smelting a lot of stone. So we got our mesh, and then it's asking for a strainer, which surprisingly it's pretty cheap. Okay, so we got our strainer, which I have no idea how this functions. Oh, okay, so what we have to do is take this thing, keep it on top of here with a flopper. So we need another flopper. I have 0 clue how this works. One sec, let me just quickly get a guide. Oh, I finally figured it out. It's pretty weird, but it's not here, it's supposed to be here. Let me break this real quick. Let me keep a cobblestone right here. Place a flopper right here. Break this. Oh, so wait. So let's wait until it hits 1000 ticks. But in the meantime, oh, well, it worked. Just not how I expected it to, but this is how we're going to be making clay, which is dirt with water. So we need to be placing dirt here. For now, I'll put 8. It's pretty slow, but at this point, every mod pack is a bit of a chore, isn't it? Okay, so now we got clay. We got our next task is to get bricks, which we can get a new type of furnace from what I've seen. We got 16 clay, which is not bad. I'll smelt half of it and I'll keep half of it because why not? You can put that there. There's an unfired clay bucket. It's just the clay, pretty cheap. And now finally we got a bucket. So now let's get our bricks. So now we completed getting our bricks, so we can either get bricks or a brick furnace, which I think is just as fast as a normal furnace. Or you can get a brick blast furnace, which is a lot more faster, I believe. So we got a brick furnace. Let's also get some more dirt in the meanwhile. Well, so the brick blast furnace, which is very cheap actually. I think it's better than... No, it's not better than the normal blast furnace. I think it's just equivalent. Because a normal blast furnace requires iron, which we currently don't have. Well, we need a lot of bricks. Well, the amount of bricks we need is quite a few because we need to make a certain amount of brick blocks. I think 3 brick blocks right now. And I'll make a few more of these to replace the furnaces in this machine because I want to make the process of smelting a bit faster. Currently, these things are very slow, even though they're normal furnaces. So we're also getting wheat seeds. That means we can get bread. We can make one more of these garden closures where I can have seeds so that we can grow like good food that is not melon. I'll settle up later. It's particularly not in our priority list right now. Okay, so now we can finally make our a blast brick furnace. Which means this should be considerably quicker now. I'll also make one more. 20, we had 24. I'll just smelt all 24 in it. Wait, you can't smelt it in a blast furnace? It looks like I'm smelting that separately. I think I should be able to smelt stone. Yeah, I can. Okay, so our next goal is to get some glass, which means we can get other stuff. So how do we get glass? Which is easy, which is just sand. So we can get sand by hammering cobblestone, I believe. Let me quickly do that. So I need a blast furnace for this. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm replacing my this machine with blast furnace because I think this is much more faster than the normal ones, and I mainly use this machine for like stone smelting, like cobblestone into stone and stone into smooth stone. So in the end of the day, I'm not using it like for bricks and all. We can use our normal furnaces right there. So it's fine. Let it finish smelting and I'll replace this one with another brick furnace which I just crafted. So we can put our sand in here and our mini charcoal and it'll start smelting into glass, which is much more faster than before. Okay, so we got glass now. So we have a lot more stuff right now, which is a strainer tank, basic mechanical pipes. This is mechanism. So we have the configurator, which we need all this. A facade. No, we can make a facade, it's not that hard. Okay, so now we need is pipes and strainer tank. Strainer tank is pretty easy to craft. What is this? Oh, this is expensive. I think this is stone, yep. This is cheap, but that is expensive. That's 24 brick for this, which is a lot. Configurator is easy, we can make that. And facade is also pretty easy. So first we'll make the strainer tank and get a fluid tank because I think currently that's much more important. Oh, never mind. The fluid tank is expensive. But personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think we can just easily get our sand through this. So this clipboard, what is this about? Oh, this is like a notepad, which I like that. But I'm not going to use this right now. I'm not like particularly an expert in that. Also, we'll get some dirt. To get some clay, we need a lot of bricks. So we got a basic fluid tank which carries 32 buckets, which is a lot. Let me see if I can manage to like connect this using a fluid tank instead of using a flopper. I could put it on a side, but I need like configurators and all that, so right now it's a pretty useless. We can also make a configurator right now, but we need pipes for that too. So now we need is basic mechanical pipes, basic logistics transporter, and a facade. Facade is pretty easy. We'll just make that instantly. So we got enough materials to start finishing up the second west section. So we need a 6 bricks here. Glass. We got a basic logical transporter. And then basic mechanical pipe. We've technically finished all over here. Except the upgrade part, which I think is pretty easy now. Now that we completed and we have a lot of smooth stone. Let's also finish that up before we move on to our next page. Now, actually before I move on and start doing the upgrade ones, I actually want to see how this exactly works. So I think it make basic mechanical pipes. We can attach it right here. So using a configuration. How do you extract this? Well, let me actually quickly read about that. Okay, so I figured it out. It's pretty easy. Now we have a pretty good water storage, so if in case we need a lot of water, we can easily get a lot of water from this tank. It stores 32 buckets. I don't think we'll run out of water anytime soon. So now these upgrade base, which I have no idea what these things do exactly. Okay, so these things are for the upgrades for the cloche. Not bad. I actually want upgrades for this. So the best upgrade for speed is percentage 3 and fixed 2. We have shears. I mean we need leaves for dirt, so I think I will definitely take this. It's very easy to upgrade. Sorry, to get. I should have done this earlier now that I think about it. Okay, so we need this. So I would rather have spruce. That's one of our upgrades. I'll make some space out for this. Okay, so these things are going to be up for our leaves, which I need leaves anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let me store this all quickly. Oh, we get a lot of leaves actually. So our next upgrade is the fixed speed to grow crops. Okay, so this is for crops. So this is what we need for like fortune. So now let's start making our next upgrade base. Wait a minute, there's something iffy going on here. Oh, wait. This thing just directly. Okay, that makes 0 sense and a lot of sense at the same time. So I cannot use those furnaces for smooth stone. This entire contraption is useless. You know what, let's take it down. So our next upgrade is the fixed speed upgrade, which is 4 stone gears. Are you serious? Oh my god, it's so expensive, man. How much do I need? That is 4 into 4, that's 16. I can put that. So let's wait for that to cook. In the meanwhile, you'll see our next ones, which is the main output upgrade, which is very cheap. We got our canola cooking, which I have nearly a stack of, which is pretty good for like barely any time there. We got our main output upgrade, which is good, and no other drops upgrade. It's just no seeds and oh my god. This is getting more expensive than I thought it was. I can just command these two for that. I mean, do I really need cherry saplings? I have a lot. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so we got a fixed speed upgrade. That means we completed the entire first section. So which one do I need this right now? I would argue spruce. I think spruce needs a lot of feed because I want the other stuff as well as the wood. I think I'm gonna reduce the saplings and have more leaves right now. But anyways, we finished this entire section, which is pretty quick and not even that much, honestly. So our next section is the fun part, because from what I'm seeing, we are getting grout, which I'm used to it from Tinker's Construct, but I don't think that mod is here. But we do have a lot of new stuff, and from what I'm seeing here, immersive engineering. So it's going to be a bit fun right now. This is where we're going to start with automation and stuff, which I'm pretty excited. Okay, so our starting is to get grout, which is pretty much the same. Yeah, pretty much the same. So which we get black brick and fluid mover. So let me get a lot of these grout and come right back soon enough. Okay, I got a decent bit of grout now, which means we can melt that to get black brick. So what do you want to even use this black brick for? Okay, so we have a replacement for Tinkers from what I see here, because you're making black bricks. Also you have fluid mover, which is allows that thing to move, which I think, I'm not sure what this is about, but we can make that later. But black bricks, that seems very familiar to Tinker's Construct for some reason. Let me make a platform for this because I know this is going to be a huge machine. Let's be proactive and get that done out of the way right now. Okay, so I managed to build a big platform around there for this machine that's going to be there. I think it's going to be big. I'm just preparing for the future anyways. But we got 42 right now. We can get more if I can get 12 more, which means quite a lot actually. Let me also get more of these things real quick. Okay, we got a decent amount of black bricks. I'm not batch crafting all of these because I have no idea what I am dealing with here. So we have a simple controller, which is Heart of Casting. Fair enough. So there is a simple solidifier which turns molten fluids into items. And there is a simple tank which is again pretty simple. So we got a simple controller. Simple solidifier is expensive. So we got a simple solidifier. The tank should be pretty easy. We're just waiting for glass. Is there anything else I have to do? Which is simple equipment modifier. Okay, so it just adds various modifiers, which is... Oh wow, this is crazy. Then you have simple tank, then there is ceramic hot water bucket. What is that supposed to mean? So now we got our tank 2. So we completed the main 3. So we can get coal now, molten coal. So we have to melt charcoal, mini charcoal, charcoal dust in the controller. Ceramic hot water. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay, I don't know what I'm dealing with, so these are just simple machines. They are not like that crazy. Okay, so I have to keep this in the center and this on the side because this is where our power is gonna be. So right now we need a water bucket. I told you this will come in handy. I need to smelt this. Not even here in the brick furnace. Oh, you're kidding me. Hot water is the fuel source. That is wild, but here we are. So we have to smelt like coal using this in the main controller, I guess. So I have to put coal in there. It's just not bad. It's decently fast, I believe. So I got a bit more buckets, so that'll be more easier for me to transport there. I think it's preferable that I get the full load in. We don't know how much it's gonna be. But now I'm a bit confused on how I'm supposed to... Okay, we need a mold, which we can have a gear mold. I think right now we need blocks, not exactly gears. So we got blocks of coal, which means we can progress on to our next, which is just coal, which pretty normal. From there we can get coke bricks. Oh, you don't do directly? Wait, what? Okay, there is some automation quest there, so we're not going to get involved in it right just yet. So we need is 8 is fine. Would that run out? Never mind, we have to put that in stock. A decent amount of coal right now. We can get a gem mold. So which is... Okay, that's not bad. Mini coal is easy. Nugget mold. That is just to make it a bit more efficient, which I'm not particularly interested in right now, but fine. How do I make this tank a bit more... We will see that later. Okay, so let's get our coal gears right now. I think that is also another side part of this. We'll smelt 8 of them. But this thing has to be next to it, so I think this is the most efficient design right now. So it goes there. We can put a gear mold, so we should get 2 of them. So we got our first coal gear. Pretty interesting. So now our next goal is to get a sturdy machine frame, which requires stone gear, 1 coal gear and a smooth stone, which is pretty similar to the one there, except it's just a tier above. Then we'll enter into basic miners and miners, which I think I saw a bit of that, but I don't know exactly what it's about. We have a lot of smooth stone from the smelting. This brick furnace has been a blessing in disguise, honestly. So we also had we had some stone there. So let's quickly craft up these gears. So we got our first sturdy machine frame, which means we can get a builder's generator. Do I really need this right now? Not yet. I don't think that's my priority. We'll certainly get back to it, don't worry, but now we can get a basic miner, which looks pretty cheap. But actually it's not that cheap now that I think about it. So let me quickly gather resources for that. I need approximately 27, 52, and 6 more pickaxes. That's 18. That's over a stack of cobblestone. Okay, we finally got our basic miner. That was pretty easy. Then we can get miners, which means that's okay. Let me quickly understand what this miners thing is about. What is this supposed to mean? I have no clue. One sec. Let me just see what this is about. Oh, this is a multi-block system, guys. So we can like automate like other stuff like stone, gravel, sand, and clay from this structure if we have the multi-block for this. But you need a lot of the original stuff, but I think this is pretty good. I think I will certainly look into this off camera. I think I can certainly like automate some of these, like certainly cobblestone, stone, gravel, sand, and clay, and grout too. Why not? Might as well include everything. It's also not that cheap. It's not that cheap, but wooden scaffolding. It's decently cheap, but not super cheap. It's just a bit tedious to get, but I think this is something I will definitely work off camera. I think I can do that. So I think this thing, we'll keep it here. I will start creating these machines off camera. I think that's something I can certainly do. Also, there's different tiers for miners, which to be honest, we cannot get right now because this is research. Apparently we are nowhere near research, guys. We have to get technium, I believe, for that. I'm not sure. I also need to get ore excavator. That's getting on my nerves nowadays, this entire thing. But now we can get into a very crucial part, that is immersive engineering. Okay, so let's actually get the stuff adjacent. Like, we'll get the other stuff out of the way before we get into this. I think we'll look into immersive engineering next episode because we did quite a lot. I'll just finish these things up real quick and then let's see what it's about. So we got a fixed speed upgrade too, which we put in our spruce cloche because we need the leaves for the dirt. Okay, so we got a builder's generator, which I don't know what you're gonna do in here. Well, then I don't know how this works, but apparently it's a quest, so I did that. But we'll find out soon enough. So now all that's left is a wooden scaffolding, which we'll get that ASAP, which we got right now. So that means all that's left in this chapter is immersive engineering, which we will do next episode. And this thing, a simple equipment modifier, I'll do this later. Personally, it's a bit too expensive. That's it, guys. We pretty much completed all the things we wanted in this episode. We finished the second page and we nearly finished the third page. We only have immersive engineering left, which I left for the next episode because that's where we're going to get a lot of automation and a lot of new stuff, which is going to completely change the series, because I think there's a lot of automation, a lot of machinery that I could do right now with the miner, which I'll certainly do that off camera. I'll certainly show how to do one of them, but then anyways, next episode is going to be a crucial one. I hope you enjoyed this one. Goodbye.